Hello, this is Salman, and welcome back to another episode of our YouTube channel. Today, we are with Ali, one of the university student of Leiden in the Netherlands, and we are going to talk about the challenges he faced during his study. So, welcome, Ali.
It's very nice to see you here on this video. Like before, I'm grateful for that, and thank you for having me here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Could you please tell us a little about yourself? Where are you from? What brought you to the Netherlands? And what are you studying?
Well, actually, I'm from Tehran, Iran, and I'm studying computer science, data science, computer science at Leiden University, master's program. Uh, and I entered February 2026.
And do you remember your very first week here? What surprised you the most? Tell us I don't know, the culture shock, I don't know, the people, whatever really surprised you the most.
Well, actually, one factor I left from your previous question is that one very important thing was the warmness of the locals, the people of my destination, and if they're kind, if they're nice. And I heard so many good things about Dutch people. That was a really important factor to me. And when I first entered my first week, I saw that this is indeed true. They are very helpful, and this was very, very important to me. Like, I think if I had gone to another country, I will not. I do not want to name and give names. Actually, name and given the name of a specific country and place. But I'm sure that some other countries that I have in mind, if I went there, my experience was much more difficult, and I would not have actually received emotional support from the people. And yeah, I saw that that is true. They help to the extent that they can. They like one of the very, very, very most important things that I faced was well, actually, I say that the difficulties that I faced one by one, and one of them was navigating, finding my place around, my route around. And well, actually, I many of the times I arrived late at my school because I don't know why, because of the weather of Netherlands. I think sometimes GPS signal was distorted and disrupted, and well, actually it jumped from point to point on the Google map, and I was actually confused around, and well, like went in circles, and couldn't navigate myself well until I learned the routes. And well, I many of the times I arrived to the courses lectures late.
When did you first realize living abroad is harder than I expected? What happened after that?
Well, the most important thing was finding housing, especially that there's a housing crisis here in Europe, and that proved very difficult to me. I didn't expect that, and that was the most important factor.
Mm-hmm. And can you tell us about one moment when you wanted to say something but couldn't? Maybe in class, at the supermarket, with friends, or during a job interview. Take us back to that moment.
Yes, certainly. Actually, I'm proficient in English language, and before I get here, I was under the impression that all Dutch people are pretty much fluent in English at the top. But with some locals, when I wanted to buy services and some very prominent stuff, I could not communicate well. I was just frozen and stuck in communication with them, and I'm trying to learn Dutch because of that, because I face some issues in communicating, and yes, that was my most important problem.
Mm-hmm. What was going through your mind? Were you afraid of making mistakes, being judged, or something stupid?
Yes, of course. Well, um, when you're going to talk to a language that you're not pretty much confident in, and you have just newly learned, you are afraid of being misunderstood, say use the wrong words or terms, especially in Dutch that I'm just learning right now, and sometimes we can't just understand each other, and that is an embarrassment, a true embarrassment. And well, the other party, myself, become anxious. Sometimes they become angry because they can't just convey what they want to say.
Hmm. This is a very important question I have for you. People often think language is the biggest problem. Do you agree, or is confidence actually the real challenge?
Well, I think it's a blend of both, because if you have the proficiency and you don't have the confidence, you will face problems. If you have confidence but you don't have the proficiency, you can't utter words. So, but both of them are a must, and you can't cross out any. I think both are very important.
And how many opportunities do you think you have missed because of that? Meeting new people, networking, internships, jobs, speaking in class, dating.
Many opportunities, many of the classifications that you just mentioned. Like, I don't know, I could have looked for a job in Netherlands as I arrived, or even in advance before arriving here. I could have looked for a part-time job, and many of the jobs actually require a native speaker, and well, confident native speaker, so as to say, and so as to provide some of the expenses, make up for some of the expenses that the life is very expensive here, as you know yourself. This is regarding the part-time job, and um, well, actually, this is seriously important, because if ever I'm gonna continue working here, that is not certain. But if I want to work a full-time job after I graduate, the connections that I make right now is very important. And many jobs are only available in Dutch, or Dutch is a must for them. And well, relationships, you can just pretty much relate with many people. They you can count on international people, but the locals, natives, that's the thing. And well, another thing that the very, very primary things that I had to purchase from my life, some locals could not communicate well in English, and as I said, I faced embarrassment, and well, I couldn't convey what I wanted. Like, I didn't know what specific um, thing in Dutch is, or because of the stress and anxiety that I faced, I learned, I kept searching through my mind what that word or term was, and well, confidence will help your memory a lot. I'm sure about that.
Suppose you had a companion that actually knew you. It remembered your mistakes, talked to you every day, practiced conversations before important meetings, prepare you for interviews, somehow simulate the atmosphere, doing role play with you and make you ready for the interview, and even watched movies with you and discussed them. How would that change your experience?
I believe that is very important. That is very impactful. Well, I can't tell you how much, because well, frankly, uh, well, even if you don't know the language, well, to this, I want to go this that far to say, even if you it is your native language and pretty much confident, there are some things that you don't see in advance. If there is some companion, they can note you something, and we can actually predict some stuff with their help. And this is actually magnified when you are not confident or you're new to a language. They can both rectify your technical problems, your language problems. They can point out and pinpoint some stuff that you have to be careful about, some sentences that you choose, and by the way, cultural issues in that language. And for example, you might use some terms that are not used in formal occasions or for that specific occasion, like a job interview. This companion can be utterly
But what
helpful.
about
Yeah.
what about your own experience? Have you ever tried some of the things that I'm going to say to improve your language and confidence, like ChatGPT, Duolingo, language exchange, Friends?
Yeah, I tried to actually, but I could not rely on any of them because well, it was well, actually, someone, to be frank with you, I think many of people think of this, not just me. It's very prevalent. Um, People, I think, of an assistant, a talking assistant, as such thing exactly that you're describing. To help them, I looked many places. I saw many advertisements. I tried many of them, but they were not satisfactory. Honestly. Um, yeah. As I told you, I tried them and I could not. They say that they claim that they provide many of the things that you say, but so far as I can tell you, I have not found any good solution.
What features did you like or sounds the most useful in the companion that I mentioned?
The things that I just said, like, well, rectifying you in any aspect, technical problems, well, communication problems, from many perspectives, like culture, language, tone. This is actually very complicated. Every setting needs its own specific, actually, uh, rituals, if I'm to put it that way. Well, and all these stuff, they can give you confidence. They can help you very much.
If you could design the perfect AI companion, what would it do?
I would have made it very helpful in the areas that I told you, and actually some agentic behaviors like switching between tasks. I would, by that I mean, if I'm to clarify that better, I mean, like, we have many aspects and perspectives. I can, for example, tell that AI, let's switch to my technical stuff. Well, let's work on that. Ask me some like uh, Android programming problems that are normally and typically used in an Android programming or a specific job interview programming interviews. Or let's now switch to another topic. Now look at my language. Now pinpoint anything that you can find abnormal or yeah. I mean, communicating what we want to do, not just the correction. So you can conveniently communicate that.
Would you pay for something like this, the one that I mentioned?
Certainly, if, but if it's good, if it's good enough, I will definitely
Hmm.
go for that.
How much?
And
How much would you pay for that?
well, this is something I take an stance that I believe everybody does. Like the cheaper the better, or the most discount possible the better. Well, perhaps I might be, now that I'm a student, I might be well actually seek to use student discounting if that's available. I'm generous when it comes to spending for my improvement and future.
Good. Would you rather have a somehow monthly subscription, a one-time purchase, or have your university provide it?
Do I have regarding your last question? Do I have to give you a number? Like how much you said? How much are you willing to pay?
Yes, if it's
Well,
possible.
yeah,
Yes, if it's
okay,
possible.
okay, sure. Like I'll answer to that in this question. Well, it's all the better if my university pays for that, according to my strategy that I already told you. And well, according to well, for monthly subscriptions, one-time purchase, I actually prefer one-time purchase, which is a lifetime purchase. But I think that is not possible about AI, because AI engines work based on tokens and all that stuff. They have actually ongoing price that the provider pays. But one-time purchase is my priority. I've done that before. Although it's
Mhm,
more expensive, but you say yourself, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna do that once, and I'm good forever." And well,
mhm.
regarding yearly and monthly, that depends on the saving that. Well, at the beginning, I think it's very prominent that it is offered for free for a trial period. And if I understand, if I like 1 month, if I figure that it's well, some actually, if I'm to say what I think better, some software applications give an extension of trial if the client had not had enough time to evaluate. Well, for 1 month, I will evaluate, and perhaps I will purchase a monthly subscription for several months. And when I'm totally satisfied with that product, I will go for a yearly subscription.
Okay, that's great. Would you like to become one of our first beta users?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, and would you recommend Tichi to your friends?
Well, I haven't. I'm sure it's a very, very premium product, but I've not tried that before. But yes, I believe it's good, and when I see that it's very good, I will definitely suggest that to my friend, whoever I find, not just my friends, anybody I know.
That's perfect. And can we contact you again to test future versions?
Yeah, sure, sure.
That is perfect. Thank you so much for your time. Hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, you too. It was all the pleasure, and it was very nice talking to you. And have a very nice time ahead. And I hope everything turns out well.
Goodbye, goodbye.